Dragon Ball, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha, is a joke manga. Our main character is a big fan of Dragon Ball. He tries chasing after a hot girl when he falls down the stairs and dies. He wakes up as Yamcha somewhere near the start of the Dragon Ball TV show. At first, he thinks it's great because he gets to date Bulma. She will be his first ever real-life girlfriend. But then he realizes Yamcha dies in the first season of Dragon Ball Z, which isn't good. The book skips ahead to that fight. Yamcha gets his big moment of glory as he defeats the Cybermen. Everyone is shocked at how strong and awesome Yamcha is. Part 2 takes a step backwards to explain how Yamcha got so awesome. He cheated. Yamcha went to Namek early so he could train with Nail and get his power unlocked by the Grand Elder. Back to the Saiyan battle, Yamcha's power is over 10,000, so he's easily able to kill Nappa. Yamcha and Goku almost kill Vegeta, but that can't happen, because that would ruin the series. Vegeta has to live, so he and Bulma can have a child named Trunks in 7 years. Yamcha's upset to realize he's going to lose Bulma. Dude, you've been dating her for, 30 years now? You had plenty of time to marry her. Part 3 was kind of strange. The story jumps ahead to the Cell games, where Yamcha takes Chaozu aside. It's revealed Chaozu is also a huge Dragon Ball nerd who is reincarnated. Unlike Yamcha, he's been reincarnated many times because he keeps dying. They reference all the things Chaozu did to change the timeline. These things happened during the Dragon Ball tournaments and the Namek saga. The book skipped over those parts of the story completely. That seems unfair. Obviously, readers won't be able to solve the mystery of which character is different when it's the character who has literally never said a word until just now. Also, Piccolo hasn't said anything. It could have been Piccolo, too. That would have been more interesting. Yamcha and Chaozu have a big fight until Yamcha recognizes the internet screen name that Chaozu used in the real world. They bond over their mutual love of Dragon Ball. In the end, it's revealed the entire book was Beerus playing a tabletop role-playing game. I knew the story was fake. Yamcha can't be a great hero for real. There are 2 bonus chapters. One is a joke scene where Yamcha fuses with Chaozu. Their fusion is so ugly, they give up immediately. There's a longer chapter where Yamcha asks the guys for love advice. He saves a woman who's being held hostage by criminals. He challenges Vegeta to a fight over Bulma, only to get beaten up. I can see why the bonus chapter was left out of the main story. It's pointless. Overall, I like the manga enough that I wish it was longer. I wanted to see strong Yamcha in the Namek and Cell sagas. I understand focusing mainly on the Saiyan saga, because that's the one where Yamcha plays the largest role, but I wanted more. The book definitely could have used a storyline with Bulma, since she's important at the start, then completely disappears. Then again, maybe it's good the story is short. If it was much longer, the joke concept might have overstayed its welcome. I think it needs a rewrite because the Chaozu finale comes out of nowhere. It definitely feels like a funny idea the author came up with after writing the first 2 parts. I think the book would also be improved if it started with Dragon Ball Z and not Dragon Ball, because it's weird to have our hero start as teenage Yamcha, then suddenly skip ahead 20 years like he did nothing important the whole time. It probably goes without saying, but if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z, this book won't make sense to you. I'm pretty sure this review was just entirely nonsense to people who don't know what Dragon Ball is. I give Dragon Ball, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha, a 7 out of 10.